Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud. If you wanna have fun and do something, if you wanna have fun and do something. Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud. If you wanna have fun and do something, if you wanna have fun and do something.
Walk in the club with no ID. Girls on my jock 'cause I'm VIP. Your man can't do what I can do. What's your name? I'm Sky Blue. Well, I'm Riff.
Welcome back to the show, GHS. It's been a while since we've had a show due to some technical difficulties.
Speaking of technical difficulties, let's go to Cody and Abby with information on a quantum computer set in diamond.
Hey GHS, I'm Cody.
And I'm Abby. And this week in news, we have information about a computer made in a diamond.
And how gas prices have gone through the roof.
Researchers have built a quantum computer in a diamond, the first of its kind to include protection against harmful noise called decoherence. The diamond system featured 2 quantum bits, or qubits, made of subatomic particles. As opposed to traditional computer bits, which can encode distinctly either a 1 or a 0, qubits can encode a 1 and a 0 at the same time. This property, called superposition, along with the ability of quantum states to tunnel through energy barriers, someday will allow quantum computers to perform optimization calculations much faster than traditional computers.
Have you guys heard about the computer they made in a diamond?
No. I haven't.
Have you heard about the computer they made in a diamond?
I haven't heard about it, but it sounds pretty cool. Hopefully somebody will tell me about it.
The current average price of gas is $3.97 per gallon. Some gas prices have reached $8 in Europe and $6.50 in Japan. This summer, the price of gas is expected to be over $5 a gallon. To help you save some money, we have the top 10 tips to help you be more gas efficient. The first tip is to avoid high speeds. Tip number 2, do not accelerate or brake hard. 3, keep tires properly inflated. 4, use the air conditioning sparingly. 5, keep your windows closed. 6, service the vehicle regularly. 7, use cruise control. 8, avoid heavy loads. 9, avoid long idles. And 10, purchase a fuel-efficient car.
So Brandon, how do you feel about the rising gas prices these days?
I feel the rise in gas prices is quite a crime, and I don't see why people blame President Obama because it's really the oil companies. And it's making the price of living hard. And I don't even have the gas guzzling in the car. My paycheck is just.
So how do you feel about the rising gas prices these days?
I'm Cody.
And I'm Abby, and that's our news for this week. See you next week.
Well, luckily I had just enough gas to get to the musical this past weekend. So here's school news with Alicia.
Hey guys, I'm here with school news. Tomorrow the seniors are going to the None for Under 21 seminar, and it's geared toward high school students to think twice before drinking. Here's what some of the people had to say. What do you expect to get out of None for Under 21?
Well, since we're all 17 and 18 and we're not 21, I don't think we should be drinking in the first place. It causes a lot of bad accidents and death. So I think if anything, you should learn to not drink and drive, even though we're only 18.
I hope that everyone that goes learns from it and takes everything seriously, because drinking and driving is a really big deal. We need to learn from that.
Hope it scares the living out of me.
Well, when we go, there are a bunch of people there talking about their situations that have led them to where they're at. And I really think the seniors need to think about their decisions that they make, how those decisions can affect their future. And even, yeah, it's one night of fun, but realize you might end up hurting yourself or someone else.
We also have the book fair going on this week, and our goal is to sell 400 books. And there's going to be a competition between all first period classes to see which class participates the most during Spirit Week. Also, the class that raises the most money will win a prize, and the money goes towards books for our school and Toys for Tots and 2 other organizations.
Last Thursday through Sunday was the high school musical, Annie Get Your Gun. Every night was a full house. Mr. Gaither, the producer, and Mr. Peters, the director, were the creators of this wonderful production. As for Selena and Miriam, the 2 seniors of the musical, this will be their last high school performance. Everyone that participated in the musical did a great job, and the musical came together beautifully.
That's it for school news. Back to you guys.
To tell when the hands will stop at late or early hour. Now is the... Are you listening?
Here's Riley with the question of the week.
Thanks, guys. I'm here in the hallways to see what people would say if the whole world was listening.
I would probably say peace, love, happiness.
YOLO.
Computers only do what you tell them to do.
Live for today, because tomorrow's not guaranteed.
If the whole world was listening, what would you say?
So, first I'd probably talk to America and tell them that they need to get their stuff together and learn that slowly but surely with all these socialist programs we're going to become communists.
People really want the world to hear what they have to say. Back to you guys.
If Cleveland was listening, I'd tell the Indians to get on their game.
Speaking of baseball, here's Riley with sports.
Thanks, guys. I'm here in Augusta, Georgia, where the Masters took place Sunday the 8th. Bubba Watson took first with a score of 10 under. Tribe fans had a disappointing weekend last week, too, because they lost their home opener and their second game of the season, but they made a comeback and beat the Toronto Jays. Last week, track did not go to Champion on Tuesday because it was canceled due to the weather. The snow in April, remember? But they did go to Champion on Thursday, and Saturday they went to Ravenna. Everybody did a great job. The baseball team played Mogador Tuesday away and lost 6-2, but they came back and beat them the next day 3-2. Softball played Mogador also away and won 5-0. They came back and got another win, 11-1 at home. And just a reminder, girls basketball, you started lifting last week.
All of our sports teams are doing great in their events and games.
Speaking of games, here's Danny and Leanne with the game of the week.
Hi, I'm Danny. And I'm Leanne, and we're here with this week's game. The game this week is the banana game. In the banana game, we tie a string around the waist and a banana on the other side of the string. And then you have to go from one line to another line trying to hit a tennis ball across without using any parts of your body. This week's contestants are freshman Leah Maxey, sophomore Megan Rolbaugh, junior Kayla Lowe, and senior Mikey J.
Is that the chain? About 24 inches is hollow, I let it hang. How about the ride and let the diamonds smoke off the range? Just by the chain, you can tell a big kid do a stain. You know the name. Is that the chain? About 24 inches is hollow, I let it hang.
And of course, the winner of the game was Mikey J, a senior. Go State Seniors!
That looked like a really fun game.
Do you know who a really fun teacher is?
Mr. Durr!
Mr. Durr has been teaching here at GHS for 8 years and has coached football for 9. He grew up in Rootstown and attended Kent State. He lives with his daughter, Katie, who is 21 months old, his dog, Scout, and his wife, Tiffany, who currently has twin girls on the way, due May 10th. Like his sister, Mrs. Tasker, his wife also teaches. When first attending Kent, Mr. Durr was undecided about what he wanted to do, and over time it came to him that he wanted to teach. Mr. Durr said that he decided to teach government because it affects our lives every day, and it is important for people to understand how. Let's see what the staff and students of GHS had to say about him.
What's your opinion on Mr. Durr?
I love Mr. Durr. Great guy, somebody you go to problems with. He's fun to talk to, easy to get along with, though he's very hard to read, because I never know if he's joking around or mad at me.
He's a pretty sweet guy, and he knows how to count money and stuff.
Mr. Durr's a great guy. I go in battle with him any day of the week.
That's all we have this week, GHS. I'm Allie.
And I'm Cass. Biddy 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 biddy.
That's all, folks.